Hello everybody and welcome back to the Little King story playthrough. It's time to do some quests again. Hopefully there's going to be a quite interesting quest here because we're going to take on Dealer's Confession. Because this is going to be quite cool, this is important. The others, not so important. I'm going to do them anyway because I need the money to pay off Liam. And basically that's what we're working towards today. But something I feel like I should point out is that so what happened between the last recording session and I believe this recording session was that the setup I had was no longer quite working for me. So I had I had a HDMI splitter, which my Wii U's HDMI was plugged into, and then the splitter went to my Elgato and to my TV, because I couldn't initially get the Elgato to do its normal split through thing. Because the Elgato's got an HDMI in and a HDMI out, the whole principle being that you can feed the signal into the Elgato and to the TV at the same time, but I couldn't get that to work initially. I think I was plugging things into the wrong sockets. But either way, you may have noticed, and I have, I believe, mentioned with the whole crossfading issue earlier on in the playthrough, that there were certain moments where the connection would, crap out on me, basically. And it would play havoc with the footage, and so I had to kind of cut and crossfade and sort it all out. But then because I was having issues and I couldn't get the damn thing to work properly, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a break from recording Little King Story for a bit, order a new one of those splitters, hopefully that'll work better. So, in the break period, I ended up playing the entirety of Uncharted 4, because I needed something a little bit different, because I was getting frustrated. That was a lot of fun. And then I finally moved into my new bedroom, which happened relatively recently. And I was just like, right, it's probably time to sort stuff out and record, because I need to, because I'm running out of footage. So I set everything up, the HDMI splitters were working, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try and just use my Elgato as it's meant to. And I did. I figured out that I was probably putting the thing in the wrong hole, and it all works like a charm, so I was able to record. And it's just like absolute rush of footage ever since. Because it was such a long time between the two sessions, I completely forgot what I was doing. Because what I was going to do at this point was go to the Skull Plains, go through all of the Eggland stuff, get the eggs, and then loop my way around and collect everything. Didn't quite happen that way, because I'd forgotten. But it's fine, because we are going to do it. But I just completely glazed over the Dealer's Confession quest. It's a very easy quest. Attack the grand prize winner drawing, which obviously is done by a child. Very obviously done by a child. I do think it's really cute that they turned the drawing into an enemy. Like, they actually did turn it into a UMA, and that's just really sweet. But the fight itself is not difficult. All you need to do is send some soldiers at the first batch and around the trees, and then the back semicircle. Because what should happen is that they should topple over like dominoes. And once you've toppled them all over, then they will be defeated and you will win. You're given more than enough time to do it in, so you really shouldn't have a problem at all. But if you just so happen to, then that's what you can do. Also, there is an art piece in this house. I just never picked it up. Something I found when I was doing, when I was fighting the UFO a couple of parts ago. In the first take of that, I happened to come across, accidentally happened to send someone into that house and got it. It was just like, oh, no! I was wondering where that was. And yeah, so that was a nice moment, and I'm quite grateful that I got to come and pick it up. It's one thing that I probably did remember that I needed to do. But oh well. Time to begin our quest batch for the day, because as I said, we need the money. We will just loop around the kingdom again and again and again until we are done. But I do feel the need to point out, as I have many times before, it will pick up eventually. Essentially, this is probably the heftiest section of... well, hefty section between kings since the last time. And there's very few left in that respect that do that. I think the next longest one we're going to have is right at the end of the game, so before we go take on the end game. Because that is the point where we have to try and finish off all the princess quests. If we want to, it's an option, you don't have to do it, but I want to do it. And I can actually confirm at this point in the day that the playthrough is now officially a walkthrough, because my goal was, let's try and complete all of the quests, get all of the treasures, get all of the art pieces, it's going to be wonderful. And I have succeeded in that, which makes me very happy indeed. So, yeah, so that last stretch before the end of the game will end up taking quite a bit longer than it could do otherwise, because as soon as you've gotten the final piece of the flying machine, you can just go off to the end game. But I wanted to get everything else. There'll be, I think, quite a bit of cutting around, speeding up, because some of the tasks at that point are a little bit tedious. But it's all fine, and it'll all be fun. But for the time being, this is quite a lengthy section. It's largely because I was trying to make money, because I wanted to finish off the Liam money quest. And I just wasn't getting really the ball in to achieve that properly. And also, you know, I wanted to make sure that I'd picked up everything else that I possibly could. And, time for a super escargot. And, guys, why are you struggling going up a ramp? Seriously. Thought we could have a little bit of a safety net of being where he can't hit us, but apparently not. But, oh well. Can he be helped? Guys, why won't someone leap on him? Oh, get out of the way. Sorry, folks. Didn't mean to... Ah! Not again! Oh, you see, get rid of half your health, and now you start to be bloody nightmare. That's pretty much why when I first took on a super escargot, it took absolutely forever. Because obviously my soldiers weren't really all that strong, and he just kept doing that move, so I couldn't really get in on him. So I had to focus on my hunters and allowing them to just chip away at him. But obviously they're not very strong. Even in numbers, it still takes them a while to chip away at an enemy's health, unless it's an Oni, in which case they die practically instantly. But, oh my days. Hate super escargots with a passion. There's a few other enemies like that. Oni metals I dislike quite a lot. They're a pain to fight. What else is a pain to fight? Carbuncle, obviously. Always need to have a little dump on the Carbuncle because it's just such a cruel enemy. Rockies are fine, Conquadors are fine. Any normal type of Oni is fine. The rodeo cows and the sheep, they're fine. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, there's a few enemies in the Skull... Well, there's 2 enemies in the Skull Plains, which are ones that you don't really want to be fighting. You're going to have to fight them at some point because... Well, there's 3 actually, but there's 2 which you need to fight... Well, need to find randomly to complete Bouquet's quest because they come under UMA, you need to discover them. They're easier said than done to find, they're actually quite a challenge. But you'll need to face them down at some point, and they can be a pain because they can very, very easily kill your citizens. In fact, I think if they land an attack, they can actually kill your soldiers instantaneously. So they are very dangerous. And I mean, there is another enemy that can do that as well, but they're not going to turn up until we head towards taking on the Tiptoe Kingdom, which is obviously quite a while away because we've still got the Primetime Kingdom to take on, and obviously Primetime Kingdom's coming first because we need to get our TV stuff sorted before we go anywhere near climbing a mountain. And who did I lose? I'm sorry, Julia Duck. Always makes me feel bad when I lose people. Always. I know it's just a video game. I know it's not important, but there is just a moment where you just go, oh, bloody hell. At least when it's just a single character, you're just like, well, that was my fault, I'm dead, I'll now restart. When it's your citizens or your Pikmin, you're just like, oh, I liked them. And then they had to go and sacrifice their life for the good of the cause. Thankfully, obviously, these guys do, for the most part, resurrect as well, and... Oh! I think we can pay Liam. Oh! Oh, that makes me happy. Now, where is the Blighter? Liam would like to speak to you. I think he might actually be outside, and I'm just being an absolute div. Because I'm used to him just standing there, but obviously he's got his own life. And that's fair enough. But it's just... Liam, don't run away! Oh! I want to pay you! I want to give you money! Like you've been asking! For ages! And it's a lot of money! I had to work hard for it! And yeah, he's nowhere in the castle. Anywhere at all. I really should think about redecorating this place. There's too many paintings of cows. I can tell you now, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to go around all the paintings in the castle and fix them. Because, just, no, it's not happening. There's too many. Far too many paintings. But if I had the time, I would. But I don't have the time, so I won't. Do I build? Do I? Okay, you know, so Liam, since you're not here, you're not getting bloody paid. Honestly, I'm going to build one thing and then maybe try and find you again. Well, since Liam's deciding not to turn up today, let's go to bed. Hopefully he will turn up soon, please. I would like that. Otherwise I might spend a bit more money and just get on with it. And Liam will have to wait. Right now, come on, it's 8 o'clock. Liam! Why are you doing this to me? Ah. Oh, zombie army, eh? Have to go take on that. And Team Art of War. Interesting. Well, we'll certainly go dealing with them, I think. And are you anywhere about, Liam? Nah. Bloody useless anything, Minister. It's like, I don't need you, but when I want you, you're not there. Well, when I don't need you, you're there, but when I want you, you're not there. It's Anyway, let's go pick up Julia from the beach, and then we can go take on those 2 quests, and they will be quite fun, I think. And there you are, Julia. I'm sorry, Doc. Didn't mean to let you die. Just sort of happened. Didn't really have much of a choice. The enemies were just too strong. And we succeeded for you, so that's at least something, eh? Let's go Bony Tunnel entrance and work our way from there. That's probably the best solution. Well, especially considering I think one's in a Jolly Bridge and one's in the Forest Cafeteria, so that is basically our best port of call to get through this. And here is Team Art of War, which, to be fair, is not the worst fight I have to do. And oh, we have a new Oni, the Oni Cavalry. These guys can be quite deadly because they can attack very quickly, but on the whole, they're not anything to worry about. You more likely need to worry about the Oni Man, because obviously he's quite big and quite aggressive and all that jazz. Thankfully, I mean, there is a hot spring located just up here, so I'm totally fine with that. There is also an Arsonist Oni, which is being really ineffectual. Like, really ineffectual. Turn around, mate, you might actually hit something at this point. And yeah, let's just whack them all through. Oodaloos. Oh, I'm sorry, Heidi. I'm sorry, Santos. Okay, now stop being cocky, send everyone into the hot spring and then use them at better health to sort this rest of this quest out. Still gonna go with the Bumrush tactic, of course, but we've got a bit more health now, so they can actually do something about it. And there we go. Team Art of War is defeated! Perfect. So now we need to head over to the Right Kingdom and, well, the Forest Cafeteria, and find out what this zombie army is all about. I mean, the clue is in the name, it's a zombie army. But it's an interesting fight, so I'm totally down with going to it. And also, obviously, it means we get to listen to La Donna et Mobile, which is always fun. Haha. And here we go? I thought I was going to be facing down some zombies, not some graves. And yes, these are much more based on Japanese graves, because obviously in the Western tradition a grave is much more of it's a short, stubby thing, it's quite wide, whereas the Japanese grave, for the most part, is like a pillar with the text going down it, which makes more sense because obviously that's how they read text. Mostly it's right to left and you go down in calligraphy anyway. Whereas Westerners, we just do left to right. Box standard. It's a nice touch that they went with Japanese graves. I think it fits in with the Japanese quirkiness of the game. I mean, especially just how bonkers everything is. And the only annoying thing about the zombie army is that it's very easy to get caught in the puddles of poison. Because, I mean, how the hell are you meant to get around it? If you're killing all of the zombies, then they're just gonna drop the poison and you're just gonna be stuck getting hit by it. But that's fine. I think let's just quickly get back to the castle before I do any more embarrassment to myself. And Liam, are you going to be about? Am I going to be able to pay you now? Please say I can pay you now, that would be nice. We're not going to finish off Liam's pay quest completely, I don't think, for a little while, because he's going to ask for even more money after this point. The greedy blighter. Yeah, you greedy blighter. So, let's cash everything in. We're already dirt poor again, and we're not exactly going to get much higher. But I've paid Liam. That makes me feel happier. There's not really a whole lot we can do in here at the minute, but we are very nearly complete in terms of sorting out buildings and all of that, so that makes me so happy. So let's rest up, I think, and then we will come up with a battle plan for the next few days. Which, it's just going to be great. And, oh. Didn't mean to wake up at night. Let's just go back to bed, eh?